Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay, Pat?
No.
Are you sure?
No, you need to.
I'm not going to allow you guys to come back. Love you.
Okay.
Because we're here today.
Yeah.
But we're getting rid of cancer today, and her lymph nodes are negative.
Oh, how was that?
See?
Lymph nodes are negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So every time deep breath, everything has gone beautifully.
So is it over or are you still in there?
Nope, I'm done. Dr. Holdings
Oh, wow.
scans.
This is very positive, though, that the lymph nodes were good.
Yes.
Very positive.
Very, very positive. If she had chemotherapy, which she has obviously, and still had positive lymph nodes, her risk of recurrence would be much, much higher.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah. So
wonderful.
today was good. Today was
So,
really good.
how's she
She's
doing?
She's
She's
doing
good?
beautifully. Mhm.
Okay. Thanks for the
All right.
We
update.
needed some
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
news.
I know, you guys deserve good news for a change. So today's been good.
Mommy, turn the light on. Hey, there's a mommy. Look at this.
We gotta be extra gentle with mommy right now, okay?
Hey, if you want to give mommy a kiss. She's in her room, in her chair. Be quiet.
Hey, Wag.
Stay at home.
I am home. Hi. How was your day?
Good.
Is it already 3:30?
Give her a kissy.
Love you.
I love you too.
You happy she's home? Hey, good morning, guys. It is 1 week and 3 days after Cara's surgery. I've been trying to film. There's been a few things that I wanted to say. I've been trying to film this for about a week, and I suck at talking to the camera. So you're gonna see some different clips of me probably around town from the past week trying to film different things that I wanted to say real quick. So I'm gonna jump to some of those clips real quick, and then I'll be back to talk about Cara's the final pathology that we got after her surgery. So talk to you in a minute. I had planned better to make this video, but it's really tough to shoot in a doctor's office or a surgical environment. The waiting room that we were in, that you could probably tell by some of the clips, was just crazy busy. And people were staring at me, looking at me weird, probably for good reason. Plus the whole day was just, it was an emotional roller coaster. I wasn't taking some of the shots that that I wanted to take to tell this story. Yeah, really, I just wanted to try to record this day. Maybe it would help someone in the future who's gonna have a double mastectomy. That was the plan. I think it still tells the story. It's just not as great as I wanted it to be, but it still tells the story. Okay, regardless. The main reason I wanted to record something at the end here was just to say thank you to anyone and everyone who has helped us and is continuing to help us through our fight with cancer. We've had so many great people from our church, people that we know, people that we don't know, people just pray for us, people making us great food, people giving us money. We've had so many great people help us and continue to help us through this fight that we just want to say thank you. We were actually joking the other day about thank you cards. There was no way we could send a thank you card to everybody because there's too many people involved. And anyway, and then recently we got some great help after this surgery from the Healing Chair, Kansas City. And I think, I should know the full story, but I think one of our friends, Gina, works with one of the women at this group that is donating these chairs, specifically for women that have had mastectomies. So we have this chair for a few weeks, or as long as Cara needs it, and we want to thank those people as well. And I don't want to miss the most important people who have helped us, and those are our mothers. Cara's mother, Pat, my mom, Vicki. I wouldn't have expected anything else, but you guys have been there the whole way, whether we needed something small or something big. So we love you guys, and we want to thank you especially. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, what I wanted to say was, so in case you didn't know, last fall, Cara did 6 chemo treatments. Pretty, I don't know. I know there's different chemos. This was pretty potent chemo. And also, in case you didn't know, Cara's breast cancer is a more rare and aggressive breast cancer. It's not a hormone-fed breast cancer. Before we got into this, I didn't know. I don't know any types of cancer in general. You hear someone has cancer, it's like, oh, they have cancer. You assume there's a lot of different kinds of different cancers. That's the case for breast cancer. So a lot of breast cancers you see are hormone-fed breast cancers. So, a lot of people, from what I understand, they may have their mastectomy first, or they may have anything that produces hormones taken out of their body, and then they can take medicines after that to help prevent those hormones from being produced, and in turn help prevent the cancer from coming back. Well, in Cara's case, it's not hormone fed. It's called triple negative. What's scary about triple negative, from everything that we've learned, is you can go into your surgery. So typically they do chemo first, then they do the surgery. They do chemo first because they want to watch the tumor, see how it's reacting to the chemo. If they see that the tumor is reacting well, then in the instance that there are microscopic pieces of cancer possibly throughout your body, then if they know the main tumor is reacting to the chemo, then they feel pretty good that the chemo is killing any potential piece of cancer that is floated off in your body. So that's why they typically do chemo first for triple negative. So the goal is to do your chemo, And when you get to surgery and they do your surgery and they do the final pathology on the scar tissue, on all the breast tissue that they pull out of there, the goal is that the cancer is just hopefully gone. There may be scar tissue, but no cancer cells remaining. So that's the goal. So we're a little upset. The past couple days have been difficult. Just the fact that we got her final pathology. And she reacted well. We knew the tumor was shrinking the entire time through chemo, based on MRIs, and the oncologist does measurements with her hands. They even did ultrasounds. We knew the tumor was shrinking, so we were hopeful that at surgery it would be completely gone. But what has happened is there was a 5 millimeter piece of cancer left. And it's very small, 5 millimeters. It's 5 millimeters left from her original tumor. There was good news that it was not in her lymph nodes. That was a big thing. But we were hoping that it would be all clear, and it wasn't. There was 5 millimeters left. In that 5 millimeter piece of tumor, 60% of that 5 millimeters contained cancerous cells. The other 40% were good cells. They call them something, lymphocytes. I don't know exactly what they do. I don't know if they fight the cancer cells, whatever. And there was another fact. So 60% of that 5 millimeter cell had cancer in it, and it was dividing, as they say, at 1%, which is very slow. Dividing means it's how it's spreading, how it's living. So 1% is very good. We got a lot of positives out of her surgery. But there are definitely bad days. Because triple negative, it is completely unpredictable. We've read cases where somebody went into their surgery, and after the surgery, they found out they were all clear in the surgery, and then 6 months later, it just came back in a different part of the body. And when this comes back, it's terminal. From everything that we understand, it is terminal. You try to deal with it, but it's bad. So that's where we stand. They're actually doing another pathology because there were questions about it, some questions, but we know for a fact that 5 millimeters was left, and we wanted it to be all clear, even knowing that it could come back at any time when you're all clear. It's just more scary now because there was a piece that lived. It lived through all that chemo. So that's pretty much where we stand. I know a lot of people don't understand. They say, it was great news that it wasn't in the lymph nodes and things like that. But that's where we stand. So the fight is definitely not over. And it's completely unpredictable. And we knew this going into it, but we're going to be scared the rest of our lives, not knowing when this thing is going to come back or if it is. Sorry, cut. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I'm losing it. this is why it's taken me a week and a half to film this part. Because I wanted to talk about this. I know a lot of people don't understand, and people are positive. Every patient is different, even a triple negative patient. Yeah, so hopefully what I was saying is hopefully this will help someone else. Was really my main goal of this, because it sucks and it's scary. So that was really my original intent the whole time. So that's it, guys. We'll talk to you soon, and that's it. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks.